The VMAs, the annual spectacle where music, fashion, and pop culture collide, has always been a stage for outrageous moments. The night was buzzing with anticipation as the stars arrived on the red carpet, each prepared to make a statement. But amidst the glitz and glamour, one star was about to outdo them all with a move that would make headlines worldwide. Doja Cat, the artist known for her bold, boundary-pushing persona, had something up her sleeve, and it would leave everyone stunned. The atmosphere at the VMAs was electric. Celebrities were showing off their high-fashion outfits, ready to dazzle on the red carpet. Fans screamed from the sidelines, hoping to catch a glimpse of their idols. It was a night of anticipation and excitement, and as the cameras flashed and the red carpet interviews rolled out, one name was on everyone's lips: Doja Cat. For months, Doja had been teasing something big through her social media channels. Cryptic posts, sneak peeks, and a consistent, playful tone had fans speculating about what she might unveil at the VMAs. Some thought it was a new music release, while others speculated a surprise collaboration. But no one could have predicted what was about to unfold. The night started off as usual, a glamorous parade of stars showcasing their finest fashion choices. The first few performances were stellar, the crowd cheering as artists took the stage and showcased their talents. But everyone's eyes were on the stage, when it was finally Doja Cat's turn to present an award. This was the moment people had been waiting for. The moment where Doja was about to create a viral sensation. She walked onto the stage with her signature confidence and flair, wearing a stunning outfit, custom designed to turn heads. Doja had already set the tone for the night. But she wasn't just there to hand out an award. She had something far more surprising in mind. She opened with a few jokes and witty remarks, playing with the crowd as she always does, effortlessly capturing their attention. Then came the moment everyone had been waiting for. Doja Cat reached into her bag and pulled out an unusual object, a lipstick. But this wasn't any ordinary lipstick. As she unscrewed the cap, the camera zoomed in, revealing that it wasn't the typical makeup product. It was a chocolate lipstick. A quirky, unexpected concept that left the audience gasping in confusion. The crowd waited in suspense, unsure of what would happen next. With a mischievous smile, Doja raised the lipstick to her lips, and without hesitation, she took a bite. Yes, you read that right. She ate it. In an instant, the audience went wild. Some gasped, some laughed, and others couldn't believe what they had just witnessed. The reaction was a mix of shock, amusement, and admiration. Doja Cat had done something no one had ever thought possible. She had blurred the line between beauty and food in the most unconventional way. The moment was nothing short of legendary. It wasn't just a quirky stunt. It was a masterstroke in marketing. Ja had used the VMAs as a platform to make a statement, not just as a musician, but as a trendsetter. She didn't need to rely on traditional methods of marketing to get attention. Instead, she had created an event that was guaranteed to go viral, and it did. Almost immediately, #DOJA chocolate lipstick began trending worldwide, dominating social media feeds across the globe. It wasn't just the shock value of eating a lipstick that captured people's attention. It was the way she had turned a mundane beauty product into something playful, creative, and memorable. Doja Cat had taken something as ordinary as makeup and turned it into a conversation starter. People weren't just talking about her performance or her outfit. They were talking about the chocolate lipstick. It was a statement that was bold, unexpected, and utterly captivating. Her stunt didn't just get attention, it set the internet on fire. Memes, GIFs, and reaction videos flooded social media platforms, with people dissecting the moment from every angle. Fans eagerly shared their opinions. Some were in awe of her creativity. Others were amused by her fearless attitude. But no one could deny the fact that Doja had once again captured the world's attention in a way that only she could. But the impact of Doja's move went beyond just social media buzz. It was a powerful demonstration of how celebrities can use their platforms to shape culture. Doja wasn't just promoting a product or a performance. She was reshaping how we view celebrity marketing. Rather than pushing a brand through traditional sponsorships or commercials, she had created a moment that was both artistic and consumable. Her stunt was also a brilliant example of how celebrities can integrate their personality and creativity into product marketing. She wasn't just selling a lipstick. She was selling an experience. The chocolate lipstick wasn't just a beauty product. It was a piece of Doja's world. The experience of eating it, the surprise of seeing a lipstick transform into food, and the humor behind the move all combined to create a unique cultural moment. For fans, it wasn't just about Doja eating a chocolate lipstick. It was about her embracing the unexpected and pushing the boundaries of what we expect from artists. She was no longer just an entertainer. She was a cultural icon, using her influence to blur the lines between different industries and challenge the status quo. And this wasn't just a random act. It was all part of a larger marketing strategy. Her team had hinted that this stunt was not just for the VMAs, but was an example of how they intended to market future products. It was about moving beyond the traditional ways of selling and promoting products, and instead creating memorable, shareable moments that would resonate with people long after the event was over. Doja had always been known for her eccentricity, but this stunt proved that she wasn't just about shock value. She understood the power of storytelling, the importance of making people feel something. Whether it was laughter, surprise, or admiration, Doja had crafted an experience that left people talking. And as the night went on, it was clear Doja Cat had once again proven why she was a force to be reckoned with in the world of entertainment. The VMAs wouldn't just be remembered for the awards or the performances. It would go down in history as the night Doja Cat turned a chocolate lipstick into a cultural phenomenon. As the night drew to a close, one thing was certain. Doja Cat was not just a trendsetter in music. She was a visionary in the world of celebrity marketing, and this unforgettable moment at the VMAs would only be the beginning of what she had in store for the world. As the VMAs concluded and the night faded into the early hours, one thing was clear. Doja Cat had completely dominated the conversation. What had initially seemed like a quirky, offbeat stunt had transformed into a marketing phenomenon. From social media to news outlets, the world was still talking about Doja Cat and her chocolate lipstick. Cool. The sheer audacity of her move had set her apart as not just a musician, but a true innovator in the entertainment industry. In the hours that followed, experts from all industries began to analyze the stunt from every angle. Marketing professionals, social media influencers, and brand strategists were quick to point out what made Doja's move so revolutionary. "This is how you create a viral moment," one marketing expert stated. "Doja Cat has once again shown us that she's not just an artist, but a cultural force. She understands the power of curiosity, surprise, and above all, creativity." It wasn't just about the shock value of eating a chocolate lipstick. It was about the larger implications of celebrity marketing in today's fast-paced digital world. By turning something as mundane as a beauty product into a viral event, Doja had demonstrated the future of consumer engagement. This wasn't just about selling a product, it was about selling an experience that fans could connect with, talk about, and share with others. What Doja had done was far more than a social media stunt. She had redefined the marketing landscape by showing that creativity, humor, and boldness could drive engagement in ways traditional ads never could. It wasn't just about selling a lipstick. It was about creating a moment that people wanted to be a part of. It's a brilliant example of how to break the fourth wall between artist and audience, said a popular social media strategist. She's making people feel like they're in on the joke, like they're part of her world. The chocolate lipstick moment became a cultural touchpoint, with memes, reaction videos, and tweets flooding social media platforms. Fans couldn't get enough of the bizarre yet playful spectacle, and it soon became one of the most talked about moments of the VMAs. Hashtags like #DOJ a chocolate lipstick trended worldwide. And Doja Cat became synonymous with creativity and subversion in the eyes of her fans. But the true genius of Doja's move was how it blurred the lines between art, commercialism, and entertainment. For years, we've seen artists and influencers market products through traditional channels. Whether through direct advertising or branded content. But Doja had done something entirely different. She hadn't just plugged a product, she had turned it into a symbol. By combining beauty, food, and entertainment in a single moment, she had created something that wasn't just consumable, it was memorable. And in today's world, memorable moments are priceless. What many failed to realize in the rush to discuss her stunt was that Doja's chocolate lipstick move was intentional. She wasn't simply being eccentric for the sake of being eccentric. She was strategically making her own brand synonymous with innovation. The stunt was part of her larger strategy to stay ahead of the curve and consistently challenge the status quo. Her team, which had long been known for being visionary in their approach to brand collaborations, was no doubt behind the idea, but it was Doja's personal touch that made it land so perfectly. It's one thing to have a marketing plan, but it's another to bring it to life in a way that feels personal, fun, and completely original. A leading brand consultant explained, "Doja has a way of making you feel like you're in on something exclusive, something that's part of her unique world." Her stunt not only caused a storm on social media, but it also made waves in the beauty industry. Major cosmetic brands and beauty influencers began discussing the concept of edible beauty. products, and whether chocolate lipsticks could be the next big trend. Within hours, beauty enthusiasts were buzzing about the potential for chocolate-infused products to enter the mainstream. Could this quirky concept evolve into a line of chocolate-inspired makeup? Only time would tell, but it was clear that Doja had sparked a conversation that no one had anticipated. Even competing brands like Apple and Meta, to titans of the tech industry, took notice. While their brands were rooted in technology and innovation, Doja had demonstrated how creativity could be leveraged in unexpected ways. It wasn't long before marketing teams at these companies started brainstorming how they could incorporate surprise and playfulness into their own branding efforts, whether through events, collaborations, or campaigns. The lines between industries are becoming more blurred, one tech marketer observed. It's not just about selling a product anymore, it's about creating a moment that people want to talk about. For Doja, this was just the beginning. The chocolate lipstick stunt was the perfect example of how she was using her influence not just for entertainment, but to redefine the way the world viewed celebrity marketing. It wasn't about chasing trends, it was about setting them. And Doja had done just that. By making this bold move at the VMAs, she had not only captured the moment, but also transformed it into a lasting legacy. But the true impact of her move wasn't just confined to brand strategists and marketing experts. It resonated deeply with her fans, the heart of her career. The stunt reflected who she was, someone who wasn't afraid to take risks, who was constantly innovating, and someone who understood the value of connecting with her audience in ways that were unexpected, fun, and deeply authentic. Doja Cat is not just a musician. She's an artist. She's a creator. She's a brand. One fan tweeted, capturing the sentiment of millions. The VMAs would always be remembered for its iconic performances and bold fashion statements. But for years to come, it would also be known as the night Doja Cat turned a chocolate lipstick into a cultural phenomenon. And while others would try to emulate her, one thing was certain: Doja had once again proven that she was a true visionary, pushing the boundaries of what it meant to be a celebrity in the modern age. The world was watching, and Doja Cat had, without a doubt, left her mark on history.